You come into the world squirming and crying in a small mud brick house by the Nile. There's no hospital, no soft blankets, no gentle lullabies. Instead, the hot air smells of fish, grain dust, and the pungent scent of nearby livestock. Your mother labors on a dirt floor with a woman who's delivered more goats than humans. No father pacing, no nurse with clean towels. Here, you belong to ancient Egypt, a place of harsh realities, where your cries echo against sun-baked walls. Cleanliness is a foreign concept. Yes, the Nile offers water, but it's swarming with insects and parasites. People bathe sometimes, using sand or clay instead of soap, which is expensive and rare. In the cramped living space you share with siblings and livestock, dust floats in the dim light, settling into every crack and corner. Your family is too busy in the fields to worry about thorough washing. If you're lucky, you cool off in the river's shallows, glancing around for lurking crocodiles. Even a quick dip can leave you with rashes or stomach bugs, so hygiene is always a risk. Here, necessity outweighs comfort, and cleanliness is a battle you rarely win. Childhood is brief, if it exists at all. Once you stand without tumbling over, you start working. You chase goats from the grain storage or haul jars of muddy water under the scorching sun. Everyone from toddlers to elders contributes to keep hunger at bay. Play is a rare, stolen luxury overshadowed by the next task. You learn to stay alert for snakes in the reeds or scorpions in dark corners. Every day blurs into a cycle of chores, hunger, and labor. Innocence fades quickly here, replaced by the constant struggle to make it through another day in ancient Egypt. And beneath it all, there's an unspoken understanding that if you don't work, you don't eat. Disease hovers like a shadow. Swarms of insects carry fevers, and waterborne parasites wreak havoc on vulnerable bodies. Healers exist, but charge high fees, so the poor rely on local folk remedies, herbs pounded into paste or amulets inscribed with divine names. You pray to gods like Sekhmet or Thoth, hoping they'll spare you from the cough or stomach pain that might turn deadly overnight. Most children see siblings or friends vanish without warning, victims of ailments nobody understands. The cycle never ends. New sicknesses appear each flood season, thriving in stagnant water and crowded homes. Survival depends on luck, resilience, and whatever small protections the village can offer. Food might sound exciting in a fertile land, but for most, it's repetitive and sparse. Coarse bread, onions, and dried fish form your daily fare. If crops fail or the floods disappoint, even that meager diet shrinks. Hard bread, ground on crude stones, wears your teeth down to painful stubs. Onions sometimes hide rot, but you swallow them anyway to ward off hunger. Fresh fruits are treats for wealthier tables. Your family rarely sees anything so sweet. Every mouthful reminds you how precarious life is. You eat to live, not to enjoy, forever aware that tomorrow's meal is never guaranteed. And when you do finally get a taste of something different, it feels like a momentary miracle. Life by the Nile is both blessing and curse. Floodwaters renew the fields, but also lure crocodiles, whose jaws can snap up an unwary fisherman. Hippos, seemingly calm, kill more people than you'd think. Snakes coil in cramped corners, scorpions scuttle near sleeping mats, and endless flies swarm every exposed surface. At night, wild dogs or jackals sniff around for scraps, their howls echoing under the stars. Even your livestock can kick, bite, or wander off, leaving you scrambling to recover lost resources. In this land, nature is revered yet feared, a constant dance between survival and the jaws of oblivion. Each day, you marvel at the river's gifts while dreading what lurks beneath its surface. Your neighbors are mostly farmers, claymakers, or basket weavers. Some might know a scribe, a rare individual who can read and write the sacred script. Such learning is prized, granting them a role in temples or government offices. You, however, will likely never hold a reed brush or decipher hieroglyphs. Schooling is for the privileged sons of officials, while you labor under the sun. Occasionally, you glimpse towering temples or pyramids against the horizon, relics of royal might, yet you remain an outsider, excluded from the mysteries carved into stone walls. Your life is bound to the land, not lofty knowledge. Even if you dream of stepping inside those grand columns, reality reminds you that survival takes priority over curiosity. Justice offers little comfort. The pharaoh, regarded as divine, wields total power, but his laws favor nobles. Accusations can ruin you before you speak in your defense. Bribes and influence twist any hope of fairness. Should your family need to relocate for better soil or a new opportunity, you trek for miles along dusty paths. No paved roads, no organized inns, just blistering sun, tired feet, and the threat of thieves or wild animals. You carry bundles of grain or meager belongings, praying you'll reach a place where the flooding is kind and the harvests are plentiful. Often, it's just another struggle. Even if you do settle somewhere new, life remains the same balancing act of sweat, hunger, and constant vigilance. Work spans your lifetime, leaving little room for rest. You sow seeds, grind grain, or haul water until your back throbs. By your 30s, you're seen as old. Teeth worn down by gritty bread, your body scarred by labor and illness. Friends vanish to fevers or drown in the shifting Nile. So why did it suck to be born here? Because from your first breath, you faced drudgery, meager meals, and constant peril. The pyramids impress future tourists, but they were built on your sweat. You would trade every monument for a full belly, clean water, and a day's peace. In the grand scheme of history, ancient Egypt might glow with legends of mummies and sprawling tombs, but for the ordinary soul, it's an unending battle to survive under a searing sun.